everybody will get this recording at the end of the class, and you can do it again tomorrow or later this week if you like. Yeah, so it's yours to keep as our gift to you. So let's begin. So hero pose or cross-legged position. Let's roll the shoulders up towards the ears, and let's gently slide them down and back, and allow your eyes to close. And allow for a nice deep inhale, and let out a sigh through your mouth. And again, deep breath in through the nose. Big sigh out through your mouth. One more time, deep inhale. Exhale through the mouth. Breathing out all your worries. Really drop into trust. Now, even though your eyes are closed, see if you can look at that space between your eyebrows. This is your third eye, your master energy center known as the Ajna center, the intuitive center. And I'd like you to bring all your attention and your awareness to your breath. Just allow yourself to observe the flow of prana, rising up the central channel, your spine, and back down the central channel. And just stay with this rhythm. Allow yourself to be fully absorbed in the rhythm and the movement of the breath. As if you become the ocean itself, the ebb and flow, and such is life. Sometimes things flow towards us, sometimes things get pulled away. Now see if you can slow down the breath. See if you can breathe in 4 to 5 counts. Envision it rising up the central channel, holding that breath for 4 to 5 counts. Slowly releasing the breath, feel the downward movement. And then see if you can stay in that empty space of 4 to 5 counts. And then you sit the breath back in. Nice, slow inhale. Hold the in-breath. Let that prana circulate throughout your body. When you feel the need to release, release it gently and softly. Nice, long, drawn out exhale. And then stay in that empty space of nothingness. Continue a few more rounds like this, really allowing yourself to drop in, calming the central nervous system, engaging the parasympathetic nervous system. So your mind is calm and you can drop into your heart. In these times, we're called to move more into the heart and out of our head. The more we think about the future, the more it will put us into fear and doubt and angst. Stay with your heart and you know that you will always come out triumphantly. And to see this time as a gift for deep reflection, for deep contemplation, and to really reevaluate in your life what is important, what truly matters. Refining our discernment, creating new boundaries, cultivating deeper appreciation for our connections that we're missing right now, for our communities that have been built and that we're missing right now. In times like this, we're also called to connect to something greater than just our little self. And those that have a relationship to something greater beyond themselves find themselves navigating these times with a little bit more ease. because it's through faith and hope that we can move through this time with more grace. So see if you can breathe into your heart right now. Let it expand. And if there's fear, don't distract yourself from that sensation. Just be with the fear. Be with the unknowing. And allow yourself to become a vessel on the ocean, and you have no idea where the wind is taking you. Now slowly on your next breath in, allow the arms to float overhead. Let's expand our breathing by lifting the arms overhead. Lift your gaze, let the fingertips lightly touch as you exhale, let the arms flow back down. And again, deep breath in, let the arms float overhead. Feel the expansion in your body. Exhale, releasing the arms back down. Inhale, arms floating overhead. Exhale, let the arms flow back down. See if you can interlace the fingers behind you. See if you can roll and hug the shoulders together. Let the heart expand now. Lift your chin. Don't collapse the back of the head into the neck. And see if you can continue to breathe deeply into that heart space. Cultivating a deeper love for self, for humanity, so that compassion can blossom. Slowly release the hands, swim them forward. Deep inhale, interlace the fingers. As you exhale, pull your navel strongly to your spine. Press your palms to the front. Let your chin drop in towards the throat. Opening the back of the heart here. And then inhale, let the arms float overhead. Try to soften the front of the ribs as you exhale, a little lean towards the right. Inhale, moving back through center. Exhale, leaning in towards the other side. Opening the side body. Inhale, making your way back through center. As you exhale, let the arms open up to the side. And then bend the elbows and face the palms towards the front, really spreading your fingers wide. As you inhale, lift the heart, pull your arms back, lift your gaze. And as you exhale, draw the hands into fists, round your spine, and breathe out forcefully through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. This is called Prana Shakti breath. Inhale, expand, and then breathe out forcefully. Allowing us to expand our breath more. Pranifying the body. The more prana you can draw into the body, the stronger immune system. Deep inhale, hold the breath. Breathe normally in through your nose, back out through your nose. Feel the prana moving through your body. You should feel more energized. Now inhale, let the arms float up towards shoulder height. As you exhale, gently twisting to the right. Let the left hand rest on your right hip. If you're on your knees, you can swim your right hand to the opposite hip or place it into your low back. If you're in a cross-legged position, just simply place your right hand behind you. Just a little twist here to open the spine. Now remain in the twist, allow just the head to move to the front. Keep turning the head until it lines up just over your left shoulder. Feel that nice stretch on the side where the arm is back. Opening the front of the collarbone, the clavicle. And then slowly unwind. As you inhale, let the arms float back to shoulder height. As you exhale, twisting to the left the other way. Place the hand on the opposite hip and left hand to your right hip, or place it into the low back or on the floor if you're in a cross-legged position for more stability. So nice deep breaths in and out here. Slowly as you inhale, let the head turn to the front. Allow the chin to line up just in front or over that front right shoulder. Feel that nice stretch along the left side of the neck into the clavicle, front of the deltoid. And then slowly inhale, unwind, let the arms float overhead. And as we exhale, bring the palms together down in front of the heart space, and we'll move into our tabletop position. So if you're in a cross-legged position, feel free to move to one side. Otherwise, it's come forward and bring the bricks out to the front if you have them. Not to worry if you don't, you can just use your hands directly on the floor. But just slowly begin to move your tailbone here from side to side. And let that movement travel up the spine, releasing any tension between the shoulder blades. Some of us might feel a little bit more tension there. Let the head move. And then see if you can sweep your tailbone over towards the right. Looking over the right shoulder, exhale. See if you can look towards the side of your buttock, your glute. And then inhale, let the body come center, sweep the tail to the left. Exhale, looking over the left shoulder. Inhale, sweep the tailbone again to the other side, looking towards your tailbone if you can. Inhale, back through center, sweeping it over to the left, looking over your left shoulder. Inhale, making your way back through center. Soften the elbows. Inhale, glide your heart through for a cow. Send your chin forward. Look up towards your eyebrows as you exhale, rounding the spine. Inhale, belly drops. Heart glides through. Lift your gaze. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, glide back through. And exhale. Now move at your own pace. Really explore these postures and play with the breath here. See if you can kind of hold that breath retention again when you're in cat or when you're in that full cow expression. Now slowly when you're ready, make your way back to neutral. Bring your knees right together for stability and take the right leg out to the side. Make sure that your foot is flat on the earth, and as you breathe in, let the right arm rise towards the sky. Feel that expansion. Make sure we're not dumping into that bottom shoulder. Really press the earth away. And with the top arm, create little circles here. Now the size of a beach ball. Really feel that stretch by the armpits into the serratus interior, your chest. And then as you breathe out, sweep the arm and thread a needle underneath the left arm. See if you can drop your right shoulder and ear to the floor. Now, if that's not possible, use that brick or that pillow that you may have and drop your head onto it and just feel that nice stretch in your inner thigh. Maybe you feel it in your back. Some of us haven't practiced as much, including myself, so I'm surely feeling this right now. See if you can pull your tailbone a little bit over towards the right to deepen that stretch. We have a few more breaths here, really deeply breathing here in and out through your nose if you can. If there's a lot of tension stuck in your body or lots of mental impressions that you need to release, sigh out through your mouth. Slowly as you inhale, press back into the left hand and allow the right arm to rise once more. Exhale, let the arm come down. As you inhale, pick up the right leg, cross it over your left, but keep your hips square to the front. Be careful not to turn your body into that corner. Body square to the front, right heel is lifted. As you exhale, look over your left shoulder towards your heel. Slowly as you breathe in, bring the body back center and allow the right knee to come in. And we'll extend the left leg out to the side. Now make sure your left foot is flat on the floor. Try not to roll into the big toe side. Rise out of the right shoulder. Inhale, lift the left arm. Feel your chest open. So your gaze can be up to the horizon or down to the floor. Now see if you can create those circles with your arm here. Nice big circles. Opening the chest, opening the heart space. Make sure you move mindfully. Yeah, we're not doing disco yoga, especially without music. It's sometimes really hard to go slow, but try to use your breath as a guide. Exhale, let the arm now sweep down, thread it underneath your right arm. See if you can drop to the left shoulder and the left ear. Right arm can reach out in front and just feel that nice deep, deep stretch. Breathing deeply in and out through your nose. We have 2 more breaths here. Next inhale, slide that right hand in if you stretch it out in front. Allow the left arm to rise once more, really lifting out of that right shoulder. Exhale, let the top arm come down. Inhale, pick up the left leg, cross it over your right. Inhale, press the earth away. Exhale, look over your right shoulder to your left heel. Slowly inhale, unwind, and allow the left knee to come back in and gently move your hips from side to side. Curling the toes under. Inhale, send the heart forward. Exhale, draw back into your downward facing dog. Notice how awesome this feels to stretch out the body, the spine. As you know, the body has about 108,000 energy lines, Zen lines, Chi lines, or called nadis in yoga.
When we move our physical body, we also open up those energy lines. This is why yoga makes us feel more alive, more energetic, more inspired. Now inhale, begin to shift forward to plank. Shoulders right over the wrists or the hands. Pulling the navel in. Soften the ribs. Good. As you exhale, draw back downward facing dog. Inhale, coming back forward into plank. Shoulders right over a wrist. Press the earth away. Protract those shoulder blades. Quads are strong. Exhale, draw back, downward facing dog. Now, inhale, shift back forward into your plank. Allow the knees to catch the floor. Keeping the toes tucked under, walk your hands to the front of your mat, coming into puppy pose. Exhale, let the heart and the forehead melt to the floor, keeping your arms strong. If this is not comfortable for you, you can drop your forearms to the floor and let the head relax. But think of spinning your tailbone towards the sky. This is called a kneeling back bend. Slowly as you inhale, coil the belly and float the forehead away. And allow your forearms to come in. Elbows right under your shoulders. Doing cat and cow on the forearms. As you inhale, drop your belly, shine your heart forward, and look to the horizon. Send your chin forward. Good. As you exhale, pull the navel in. Now think of sending the heart, the back of the heart towards the front of the room. Tuck your tailbone under, chin to throat. Inhale, drop your belly, let the heart glide back through. Look to the horizon. Feel your throat stretching. Exhale, coil the belly in. Now I invite you to move at your own pace. 3 more rounds. Now on your next breath in, make your way back to neutral. Send your right leg back. Keep your toes curled under. And then send that left leg back. Forearm plank right now. Pulling that navel in strongly. Press the earth away with your forearms, your 10 fingertips. The heels of your hands stay connected. Yeah, 2 more breaths. You can do this. Strong, powerful breaths in and out. 1 more breath. Wonderful. Slowly allow your knees to melt to the floor. Let your body melt down to the ground. And we'll take our arms out to the side. Yes. And turn your cheek towards the right. So your left ear is on the floor. Now pull that right hand in and roll onto the left side of your body and bending your knees. Coming into a nice shoulder stretch. Inhale, let the right arm lift up and let it fall back behind you. Make sure that the left palm stays flat on the earth. And make sure you're not turning your palm open towards the ceiling. And make sure the arm is at the height of your shoulder. Now, if you like to go deeper, float the right knee open towards the sky and see if you can drop your toes behind that left leg. Some of you may be able to drop your heel all the way to the floor. Feel that deep stretch in your shoulder. And we're still warming up, so don't go into the full expression, which would be lifting your left knee up. I would say don't do that right now as we're still warming up the body. 1 more breath here. Wonderful. Slowly exhale. Let the top knee come back down. Taking the arm that's behind you back to the front and gently roll onto your belly. Gently roll that left shoulder. And then taking the right arm out to the side, palm facing down, rolling all the way onto the right side of your body, bending both knees for stability. And then see if you can swim that left arm up and back and let it drop behind you. If you'd like to go deeper, float the top left knee up and let the toes catch the floor. Maybe you can drop your heel to the floor. This will tell you how much of spinal mobility you have. Now, so if you're a little tight there, that's okay. We're still warming up. Couple more breaths here. Keeping that right palm strongly on the earth. Wonderful. Slowly let the top knee float down. And then allow the left arm to come back out in front. And gently roll onto your belly by straightening the legs out. And roll that right shoulder. Wonderful. Now take your hands in as we prepare for baby cobra. Wrists are underneath the shoulders. Rise, inhale. Exhale, melting down. Inhale, lift and rise. Exhale, melting down. Once more, inhale, lift. Now gently draw back to table. Curling the toes under. Find your downward facing dog and pedal out the feet here. And let out a big sigh here. Maybe say no with your head and yes. And pedal out the feet here like you're walking your dog. Getting a nice stretch in the back of the legs into our low back. Now let your gaze come forward towards the hands. As you inhale, we'll start with our left leg. Step the left foot forward. Drop your right knee towards the earth. And allow the body to lift. Let your palms face the front of the room. Opening the front of the body. As you inhale, let the arms float overhead. Exhale, pull the elbows down, coming into Prana Shakti arms. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, contracting in. Inhale, lift and expand. Exhale, contracting in. Inhale, expand. Exhale, contract. Breathing in. And inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Once more. Inhale, expand. Exhale, release your hands, frame the front foot. Draw back to half splits. Feeling the back of the leg here. I don't know about you, but I'm surely feeling those hamstrings today. Let the heart melt in, shoulders relaxed. Inhale, begin to shift forward to low lunge. Let the right hand come flat on the earth underneath your shoulder. Inhale, allow the left arm to rise. Feel the twist here. Now, same arms. Let the arms circle in the size of a beach ball. Use the breath. Inhale as it sweeps out to the front. Exhale as it sweeps back behind you. And the little circles up in the sky. Once more. And as you exhale, let the left hand come down, curling the right toes under. Lift the right knee and thigh, transitioning to the side in a wide-legged forward fold. You can use your pillow or your brick or a bolster, whatever you have at home, and let your body melt here. Again, opening the back of the legs here. If your legs are really protesting right now, soften your knees. Yes? And let your body sway a little bit. Allow for some fluidity. A person who is in full trust and surrender remains fluid in life. Now, fear is the absence of movement. Fear contracts. Fear freezes people. So when you are able to move, that's a wonderful thing right now, to be able to move in flow through these times. so that we stay more open. Open to the messages. Now take a deep breath in, lift the torso. You can either place your hands on bricks or fingertips to the earth. Exhale, bending the right knee into that side lunge. Inhale, moving center. Exhale into the left knee. You will do that a few more times and just move at your own pace from side to side. Feel free to kind of sway your body again. Feels so good in your back. A fluid spine is an easygoing person. Yeah, there's less stubbornness. Wonderful. Then slowly walk your hands back towards the front. Turn and pivot. Drop your right knee to the floor and allow both hands to come to the inside of your left foot. Lift the heart and gaze to the horizon. This is a lizard. Yeah, so the hands are on the inside of that front left foot. Make sure that your knee's not falling out to the side. Squeeze it against the outside of your left shoulder. Breathing in, exhale, soften your elbows. Inhale, press the earth away. Imagine that your torso is like the head of a swan or the neck of a swan. Exhale, let the head bow in. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, lift. Now allow the front foot to draw back. Walk your hands back so they stay underneath the shoulder. And see if you can press your foot towards the sky. This is half bow on the knee and the hands. Press that foot towards the sky, keeping the weight even in both hands. Now see if you can move a little bit more into your left hand, right hand to the heart. Beautiful balances. It's okay if you fall out of it. If it's too much, keep your hand on the floor. Beautiful. And as you exhale, let the right hand come down, let the left knee come down. Curling your toes back under, moving into our puppy pose. Stretching those arms out in front. Let the heart melt down, forehead down. And see if you can send your tailbone more towards the sky. Letting the center of the heart to move closer to the earth. Gently your next breath in, coil the belly in, float the forehead away. Let your forearms come back in so they're right underneath your shoulders. Take an inhale, let the heart shine forward, chin comes forward. Now preparing to move to dolphin, which is like downward dog, but you're on the forearms. Paddling out the feet. Your shoulders have been opened, so this should feel a little bit more open now in this position. We'll have 3 more deep breaths in and out here. Really connect deeply with the breath. Slowly as you inhale, lift your gaze slightly, walk your feet back. Keep your shoulders right over the elbows. Quads are strong, protract those shoulder blades. Press the floor away with your forearms. Be careful that your head is not collapsing down. If it's too much, you can drop to your knees. No problem. Remember, this is your practice. Do what you can. Something is better than nothing. Wonderful. As you exhale, let your body melt towards the earth. Now take your forearms, your arms out in front. And we'll bend the right leg and see if you can swim your right hand back to your right foot. And then drop your forehead either directly on your mat or create a little pillow with your forearm and pull that right heel in towards your buttock as we open the front of the leg, opening the quadricep, opening the psoas muscle. Wonderful. Slowly as you exhale, release the right leg. Swing your right arm forward, bending the left knee. Swing the left hand back, grabbing that foot. Exhale, pull the heel to the buttock. Let your forehead melt towards the floor or on your forearm. See if you can pull the heel a little closer and feel that stretch. Breathe through it. Wonderful. Slowly as you exhale, release the leg. Preparing for cobra. Slide those hands back in. Rise on your inhale. See if you can come up a little bit higher. Exhale, melt the heart down. Inhale, lift to cobra. Exhale, melting down. Once more, deep breath in. Curling the toes under, draw back into your downward facing dog, pedaling out the feet. Let out a sigh. If this is too much for you, you can always move into your child's pose instead of your downward facing dog. So a couple more breaths here in your downward facing dog. Let your head relax, try not to strain it. Now let your gaze come forward, this time stepping the right foot through for lunge, dropping your left knee towards the floor. Let your torso come up. Make sure your palms are facing the front. And as you inhale, let the arms float overhead. As you exhale, pulling the elbows down. Prana Shakti breath here. Inhale, feel the heart open, lean back. As you exhale, contract in, strong navel. Inhale, open. Feel that back bend. Exhale, contract. Inhale. Exhale. Couple more. Beautiful. Inhale, lift. Pause. Exhale, release the hands. Frame the front foot. Draw back to half splits. Let the heart melt forward. Pulling those toes towards you. The more you flex your foot, the deeper that stretches behind your knee into the back of the legs. Slowly begin to slide forward, low lunge. Left hand is under the shoulder. Inhale, right arm rises. Feel the twist here. Moving those arms back into the circle, either clockwise or counterclockwise, it doesn't matter. But just feel those circles, opening the chest here. As you exhale, release your hand down, tucking the back left toes under, lift the left knee and thigh. Walk your hands over to the other side now in a wide-legged forward fold. Let your body melt down. Some of you may be able to press the crown of your head towards the floor. If not, that's okay. You can use the pillow to relax the head on, or just let your body hang here. And we'll come into a shoulder stretch. Let the arms float overhead. Interlace your fingers. See if you can hug the shoulder blades together and let them fall forward into the direction your toes are pointing. And relax. Try not to bounce the arms. Just let gravity do its work. Breathing deeply. One more breath. Slowly bring the hands back to the low back, unclasp them. Let the hands come back to the floor. Inhale, lift the torso. Exhale, soften into your left knee. Allow for a little pulsation here. Little pulsation. Inhale through center, exhale into that right knee. Little pulsation here. Beautiful. Inhale back through center, exhale into that left knee. Now look towards the front of the room. Gently turn and pivot. Make your way back into lunge. Slowly from here, dropping that back knee towards the earth, taking both hands on the inside of your right foot. Lizard lunge, inhale, let the heart lift. Exhale, soften down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, melting down. Once more, inhale, lift. Exhale, melting down. Inhale, lift. Now allow the right leg to slide back. Walk your hands back so they're underneath your shoulders, coming into that half bow on the knee. Keeping the hips square, pressing the ball of the foot towards the sky. Good. Now lean into your right hand. See if you can bring your left hand to the heart. Feel your balance here. If this is not comfortable for you, if you're falling out of it, keep that left hand rooted. But really think of bringing that leg up a little higher. Use the strength with your glute to press that leg up. Slowly as you exhale, releasing the left hand, the right knee, and gently move your hips from side to side. Taking a deep breath in, let the heart glide through, lifting your gaze up high as you exhale. Draw back into your downward facing dog. Now let your gaze come forward towards your hands. Walk your feet up or take one giant step forward. Make your way into Uttanasana, forward fold, softening the knees. Let your head relax. Take a deep inhale, lift to a half lift. Exhale, folding. Inhale, reverse one dive. Exhale, draw the hands to the heart. Feel yourself standing here in mountain. And let the hands relax to the sides. And we'll move into a more vigorous pranayama, breath of joy. One of my favorite breathing practices to get the blood moving, to increase our levels of joy. So what we'll do is we'll inhale, let the arms come to shoulder height. We inhale, reach them out to the side, shoulder height. Reach them all the way up, and then a big swing as you exhale. Here we go. Keep going. Deep breaths in and a big sigh out. Yes. Inhale, inhale, inhale. Breathe it out. Big sips of breath with your nose. Like you're trying to get the bottom of your Starbucks Frappuccino. Good. Keep going. Three more. Inhale. Hold the breath. Exhale. Close your eyes for a moment. Just notice how you feel. Maybe you feel lighter, more expanded. How does the space around you feel? Does it feel the same as what you're experiencing within? This is what happens with deep breathing. We start to expand our own boundaries with energy. It starts to intermingle with the energy around us, and then we realize that we're all one. And ironically, that's exactly what's happening right now around the globe. All countries will have to unite because we're all in this together. There's not just one country that is spared. We're all affected by this. Every human, every sentient being, every country. So we have to come together now. What a gift, really, right? So slowly inhale, let the arms float overhead. As you exhale, sink into your chair pose. Let's awaken those legs a little bit more. Pulling the navel in strongly towards the spine. If you like to have a little bit more of a challenge, bring your arms overhead. This requires you to brace a little bit more into the navel center. The navel center is very, very important right now for our health. A strong digestion or digestive fire allows for any foreign pathogens to be eradicated. It allows for better absorption of minerals and nutrients. When you have a strong digestive fire, it also is able to burn away mental toxins and the lower vibrations of the mind, such as fear, doubt, anger, worry, anxiousness. Now let this fire engulf it and transmute it into trust, surrender, flow, peace, inner calmness. Couple more breaths here. Keep sinking that tailbone down. It's okay to be challenged. It's like riding the waves like a surfer. Beautiful. As you exhale, swing the arms back, interlace your fingers. Take an inhale, let the heart expand. As you exhale, let your body come forward. Hands can stay to the low back or let them fall forward. Slowly as you exhale, releasing the hands. Either place your hands on bricks or directly on the floor. Step your right leg back to runner's lunge. Let the hips drop. Let your heart come forward. Breathing deeply here. Beautiful. As you exhale, straighten the front leg out. Let your heart melt forward. Really keep those hips square. Now for those who are really flexible, be careful that you're not hyperextending the front knee. Keep it slightly bent. Slowly as you exhale, melt back to runner's lunge. If you feel long in your stride, hop your back foot in a little bit. Allow your body to rise into full crescent lunge. Good. As you exhale, pulling the elbows down. Inhale, let the arms rise, straighten the leg out a little bit, but don't hyperextend. Exhale, melt down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift, expand. Exhale, melting down. Beautiful. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Now pull the navel in. Think of squeezing your lower ribs a little bit more towards the upper hip bones. Really bracing that six pack right now. Good. And as you exhale, turn from the navel towards the front leg. Let your right elbow drop to your left thigh and place the left hand on your right hand. Moving deeper into a twist. If it's too much, you can always drop to your back knee. Yes, always drop that back knee if you need to. But really use your hands to press in toward each other, allowing you to twist deeper from the navel. Now gaze can be towards the horizon. If you take your gaze up, it will increase the Agni, it will increase the heat in your body. Or keep it down to the floor if you need more stability and steadiness. 2 more breaths here. Remember that the breath is really important. Try to breathe all the way into your belly, into the bowl of the pelvis, not just to the ribs. Try not to do just chest breathing, but deep belly breaths. Good. As you exhale, release your hands to the earth. You can use your bricks here. Drop your knee. Now walk your right knee, release the foot back. Moving into Hanumanasana, press the left heel forward. Now some of you can do full Hanumanasana. Some of you need the help of the bricks. Do what's right for you at this moment in time. If you haven't practiced for a while, you're like, oh my goodness, this is feeling really intense right now. Yeah, be kind to yourself. Don't push all the way down. It's okay not to go all the way in as long as you're feeling that stretch. And that there's ease in the body. A couple more breaths here.
Beautiful. To come out of it, make sure your hands are always underneath your shoulders. Coil the belly in. Walk your back knee forward so that you can pull that front heel towards you. Make your way back in towards that half split so the head relax. Inhale, shifting forward to low lunge. Let the hands come towards the earth. We'll slide that left leg back into half bow. So hands are right underneath the shoulders, pressing the foot towards the sky. Good, so you can stay here or move a little bit more into that left hand, right hand to the heart. Some of you like to explore that full clasp, so reaching that right hand back to your left foot. Squaring shoulders and hips, pressing that foot into the hand. Keep your gaze to the horizon. Try not to let the head collapse. Don't soften that elbow. Keep everything really strong. Beautiful. As you exhale, slowly bring your knee down and your left right hand. Curling the toes under, making your way to puppy pose. Let the heart melt down in the forehead. If you're very open right now, feel free to look over the floor and drop your chin to the ground. Feeling the front of the chest melting to the earth. That's it. Couple more breaths. Surrender. Slowly as you inhale, coil the belly in. Feel the chin or the forehead floating away. Walk your elbows back in. As you exhale, draw back to dolphin pose. Now walk your feet slightly more up towards your elbows. Feel your hips lifting higher. Bring your big toes together, and as you inhale, let the right leg float up. Squeeze it up. Press the earth away. Good. As you exhale, let that right leg come back down, slowly and gently. Inhale, left leg floats towards the sky. Press the earth away. Try not to dump into the shoulders. Good. As you exhale, let the foot come back to the earth, making a way to forearm plank. Walk your feet away from yourself, keeping the shoulders right over elbows. Good. Slowly as you exhale, melt your body towards the earth, and we'll take a little prostration. Reach the arms out in front. Let your forehead melt to the earth. If you like, bend your knees and kind of move them side to side. And slowly release the legs back. Come back up onto your forearms as we move now a little deeper into bow pose in the belly. So bending the right knee, swing your right hand to your right foot or ankle. Let your heart drop, bending the left knee, and see if your left hand can reach the left foot. Now, if you can't reach both feet at the same time, then do one leg at a time. So see if you can press the foot into the hand, and then see if you can lift that thigh off the ground. Yes, if you do one leg at a time, I'm demonstrating that right now. And then you would switch legs. For those who are full, press and see if you can lift the heart. Not too high, this is your first one. Rolling the shoulder blades so you can kind of rock forward and back. Good, and then slowly as you exhale, release your hands, release your legs, turn your cheek to one side and relax your body. Feel the earth beneath you. Maybe you even feel your heart beating. Slowly as you inhale, float the forehead away. Slide the hands in, preparing for high cobra. Inhale, lift the heart. Now either draw back to table or straight to downward facing dog. Begin to paddle up the feet here.
Now let the big toes touch as you inhale. Allow the left leg to float towards the sky. Lift and open the hip, bend your knee, and lean towards the right. And as you exhale, square your hip, look forward. See if you can step that left foot to the outside of your left hand. Walk your hands a little forward. We're now in lizard lunge with the back knee off the floor. This is a little deeper. Keep the heart forward. Keep your back leg strong. Good, couple more breaths. You're doing great. Wonderful. Now hop your back, right foot forward. Step into the outside of your right hand. We're moving into Hindi squat. So for those, if you like to use your bricks, you can place them in between your heels. Turn your heels slightly in and then begin to drop your hips down. And you can sit straight on the bricks, or if you prefer, just off the bricks. Yes, make sure we're not dumping into the low back. Squeeze your glutes. Feel a little lift and then squeeze your knees out. Keep your heels as much rooted to the earth. Heart open. A strong heart. Soft breath. Couple more breaths here. Beautiful. Slowly as you exhale, release your hands to the floor. Turn your feet back parallel. You can remove the bricks or your pillow if it was between your feet. Let your body relax here. Inhale, lift to a half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse one dive. Exhale, draw the hands to the heart. Feel your mountain pose, let the hands come to the side. We'll take our feet wide. We'll do another nice breathing practice to invigorate the body, to expand our capacity to breathe in. It's called warrior breath. It's a double inhale and a double exhale. So it looks like this. Breathe in, pull the hands to the hip. Complete your breath in by lifting your gaze, opening your palms, really expand yourself. And then the arms cross on the double breath out. Yes, here we go. Breathe in. Three more. Inhale. Hold the breath. Exhale. Close your eyes. Feel. Feel the subtlety within. Feel that energy moving through your body. This is your breath. The breath is the gift of life. We come in with the breath into this life and we leave it with a huge exhale. We take a big inhale at the moment of birth and we release this life with a big exhalation. So it's not the body or the heart or your organs that are the driver of life, it's the breath. And the breath is a mystery. It belongs to all, it belongs to everybody. So let's bring our feet back together, either step in or hop them in. Come back to the top of your mat. Inhale, let the arms lift overhead as you exhale, draw back into your chair pose.
Pulling the navel in. If this is too much, bring your hands to your heart. Now we're almost there. Hang in there. I'm going a lot slower, so that might be a little more challenging for some. If you need to take a break, you take a break. Take a sip of water when you need to. Then as you exhale, let the arms sweep down. Stay deep in your squat. Let the head drop. Inhale, let the arms sweep back overhead. Keep dropping your tailbone. As you exhale, let the arms flow back down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Once more, deep breath in. Exhale, interlace the fingers again behind you. See if you can come all the way into forward fold. Squeeze the arms forward. One more breath here. Slowly release your hands to the low back, down to the earth or your bricks. Soften your knees, step the left foot back to runner's lunge. Drop your hip, shine your heart forward. Feel that stretch here. Back leg is strong. Good, as you exhale, draw your head back. Straightening the front leg out, let the heart melt in. Pull the energy into the navel, keeping lightness into the body. Slowly as you exhale, melt back into your runner's lunge. If you feel long in your stance, hop the back foot in just a little bit. Let's begin to rise all the way into our crescent lunge. Let the arms lift overhead. Exhale, really root down. Wonderful. And as you inhale, straighten that leg out. Maybe lift your gaze. Exhale, melt deeper. Inhale, expand. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Do 3 more at your own pace. Pause here. Feel the navel pulling into the spine. Soften the front of the ribs. Really engage your 6-pack right now. Feel that strength. Feel a little bit of squeeze in your rectus abdominis. Good, as you exhale, begin to turn from the navel. Let the left elbow land onto your right thigh. If you need to drop that knee, that's totally fine. Keep the back leg strong. Press into your hand. Twists are amazing for increasing the digestive fire. We call it in yoga Agni. Agni. Strong Agni, strong, robust immune system. We have 2 more breaths here. Beautiful. As you exhale, release your hands to the earth. Drop your left knee to the floor, making your way into a split on this side called Hanumanasana. Go as far as it feels right for you. Don't over push the body either right now. This is not the time to do that. Be kind. Learn to have compassion for your body. Kindness. Some of us like to punish our bodies because we want it to be a certain way. Yoga is all about balance. Balance in body, mind. It's the bottom of the triangle. The body and mind are not in balance. We can reach the peak of the triangle, which is spirit. Couple more breaths here. Beautiful. To come out of it, make sure your hands are under the shoulders, coil the belly in, walk your back knee forward, drag that front heel towards you, walk your hands out in front, and let the heart melt in. Slowly inhale, lift the heart, gliding forward. Bring your hands to the ground, sliding your right leg back, preparing for that half bow again.
So make sure your hips are square, heart is to the front. Yeah, I chose a back bend today, which helps with expanding the lungs. It's also kapha time in Ayurveda. So lean into your right hand, let the left hand come to the heart. And then if you like, swing your hand back to your right foot and see if you can come into that full expression of bow on the knee. Deep breaths, gaze to the horizon. Try not to collapse your right arm, press the earth away. Now, so kapha is a constitution in Ayurveda, and the seat of kapha is the lungs. And in this time, lungs are more vulnerable because kapha is made out of water and earth, and as you can see, it's very muddy outside, so the spring is a kapha time. So it's really important that we have good circulation through the lungs by having good fire in the belly and opening the chest and the heart space. Beautiful. So as you exhale, release your right knee and your left hand. Coming one last time into our puppy pose. Send your arms out in front. Feel free to drop your chin to the floor if you feel really open. If that doesn't feel good in your shoulders, you can come to child's pose or let the forehead melt to the ground. Now let your belly relax. And as you let your belly drop towards the earth, you should feel some sensation between the shoulder blades. There's some very, very important energy centers there. They're called granthis. They're kind of like roundabouts, where a lot of the energy channels gather. And sometimes there can be a little bit of congestion. So we're just stimulating the back of the heart right now so that your heart feels lighter. Beautiful. Slowly as you inhale, coil the belly and let the forehead float away. Making our way back onto your forearms into dolphin pose. Now this is for anybody who has a forearm stance practice. You can lift that right leg and try to kick up and try to find your balance. But if that's not within your practice, it's okay not to practice that right now. You can just lift one leg at a time. Slowly lower the leg down. Make your way back into that forearm plank. We're almost there. Hanging tight. I'm watching the clock. Don't worry. I know some of you are like, is she going till it's 11 o'clock? I'm trying not to. Exhale, let your body melt down to the floor. I'm really trying to stay on time, so let's do this. Let your body come down to the floor, bend your knees. Let out a sigh. And let's make our way back into full bow. And again, it's okay if you can reach both legs. Yeah, reach the hands back to your feet. Press the feet into the hands and lift through your heart. That's it. Beautiful. Slowly as you exhale, release. And we're going to stay on our belly now. Let your hands come out in front. Place them on top of each other. And let your forehead rest on your hands. And allow the breath to slow down again. And I'd like you to curl your right toes in there and walk your right leg a little bit over towards the right side. Now bend your knee, drop to the inside of your heel and pull the knee up as high as you can, but not that high that you're leaning too much to the left side. Try to really drop that right hip down so you feel the stretch on the inner thigh. And relax deeply. Couple more breaths here. Wonderful. Slowly inhale. Lift the forehead away. bring your right toes a little bit closer towards your body. Take your right hand out to the side. Slide your left arm underneath and see if you can roll to your side. But keep that right knee bent. Let the right arm lift up and come into a cat stretch or like a twist here. If your right shoulder blade is not making its way on the floor, like if it's lifted like this, let that top leg come a little bit more off the floor and slide a little bit more back so that you can drop your low back more to the floor. But I really love this stretch. It's a deep spinal twist. If you've ever been to an osteopath, osteopaths like to do these stretches as well. Let the shoulder blade melt to the floor. Let that top right knee get heavy as you drop your right shoulder towards the ground. Wonderful. Slowly inhale. Let the right arm lift up. Gently roll back onto your belly, straightening the right leg out for your left arm. Curl the left toes under, walk them over to the left side, bend your knee, pull that knee up as high as you can, and let the forehead rest onto the hands. Let those hips get heavy. Now slowly inhale, float the forehead away. Hold the foot a little closer in. Take your left hand to the side. See if you can slide your right arm underneath. Start to roll to your right side. Let the left arm float up, coming into that spinal twist. Breathe. Really focus on the exhalation here. Notice every time you exhale deeply, that left shoulder blade moves closer to the floor. Now instead of rolling onto our belly, we'll roll onto our back. Now you might be off your yoga mat. So as you lift your knees, just walk your hips back onto your mat and then your shoulder blades. And then see if you can bring your knees in towards your belly or your chest, gently rocking the body from side to side. And we'll come into our last posture before we go to Shavasana. Coming into happy baby, bending those knees, soles of the feet towards the sky. And then see if you can reach the inside of each foot. And as you breathe out, let the knees slide down the side of your ribs, lengthening your tailbone towards the back of your mat. And then let your body kind of sway here. You might feel that around the sacrum and your low back here. For those who like a little bit of an added stretch for the hamstrings, you can straighten one leg out at a time. Maybe both, if that's within your practice. Really relaxing the shoulders down. And kind of play around just like a baby that plays with their feet. Wonderful. Slowly bring the soles of your feet together. Let them drop to the floor, bound angle pose, firmly pressing the soles together. And hands can either relax on your belly center or on the inner thighs or open on the floor. Allow your eyes to close as we prepare to move into the final stage of our practice. The resting pose, Shavasana. So stay here for the entire Shavasana. If you prefer to have the legs straight, gently slide them out in front. And allow your palms to face open towards the sky. Allow your eyes to close, roll them in and upward as if you're looking to that third eye space. Notice how you feel after moving your body with deep, mindful breaths, mindful movements.
very slowly and gently. Feel your awareness returning to your breath and to your body. And draw a deep breath in, let out a big sigh through your mouth. And then allow some gentle movement to return in the toes and the fingers. Feeling the aliveness return in the body. Maybe you feel like you need to do a big full body stretch with the arms drift overhead, lifting the back of the ribs away. And as you exhale, gently hug one knee at a time into your chest or your belly, rocking your body from side to side. And let yourself slowly roll to one side into a fetal position. When you feel ready, allow yourself to come on up into a seated posture of your choice. Cross-legged or hero pose, whatever is comfortable. I would like to complete this practice this morning with the peace mantra of Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. May all beings on earth experience peace. Right now, that's what we need. It's a very powerful mantra also for healing those who are not in peace. So we'll repeat it 9 times together, and then we'll Om, and then our class will be complete. So we'll begin. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. 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 Let's bring our hands together at the prayer, at the heart. Allow the head to bow in as we take a moment for gratitude, feeling grateful for our connection, for the internet that's keeping us connected, that's available to us in this time, for our health, and for anything else that may arise, maybe those that are reaching out to you. These times are really going to show you what people are made of. And may love and light and compassion be what moves you in these days to come. We'll complete our practice with the sound Om. Let's take a deep breath in to sigh, and then we'll inhale to chant Om. So let's breathe in to sigh. Inhale to chant. Shanti, 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 peace, peace, peace. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. Enjoy your free time, your silence, be out in nature, watch the birds, they're very busy right now. Thank you so much. I will send everybody the link. You want to quickly say hi to each other, I can unmute you all, and we can just say quickly hi too. if you're interested. Otherwise, it's okay if you want to get off. But unmute all. Here we go. All right, say hi.
Hi. Thank you.
Namaste.
Namaste. Oh my goodness, look at all of you guys.
Namaste.
I couldn't see you guys. It's so hard to do it without people in the room and no music.
You did an amazing job. Thank you.
Hi, Laura. Hi, Sue.
Hi.
I can't see the other person. Bye.
Hi, Sue.
So much. I'll see you guys.
Yeah.
Be
Love
well.
Natasha.
Well.
Thank you, Natasha.
All my love. Bye.
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 Bye.